Hi, Saras Sodi. Good morning.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
And then, how are you today?
Today I am well. Thank you, sir. But today I will not ask you how are you because I can see that you are full of beans and ready for the session as usual.
Because I am full of, what did you say? Full of?
Full of beans.
Right. Excellent. That's very good. How you have progressed. You keep progressing every minute, I think. Each minute you are thinking only of English and English and English. Just like a little guide I have prepared, study guide I have prepared for my learners, including you. I would like to share it with you sometime later. In that, I have written that you need to dream in English. Dream every now and again, have small, small dreams. You want your mind to be so full of English that you have no other thoughts coming into your mind. Absolutely.
Yes.
English and English and English. Right? So here we go. Today, I don't know whether you have. Hey, how have you been? Like your learning, how has it been so far? What all activities have you been doing? Very quickly. Don't speak more than 1 minute.
As usual, as I told that I follow all the four principles of learning English like SLRW.
Yeah.
Every day I follow without fail.
Wonderful.
So this
So
is the thing I only do every day.
that is just a very quick, actually, just the crux, just what I wanted. You do SLRW:
Yes,
speaking, reading, listening, and writing. Wonderful.
writing.
In that case, today, I don't want to touch upon the session notes, but rather I would like to take you to another person, so to say. We are Indians and we should be proud of some of our Indians. And one such a person is Arunima Sinha. You read this because we are going to have this connected to the topic that we are going to have. Yeah, please read that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ravi was hard-working young man
Mm,
who dreamed of speaking fluent English.
yeah.
But every time he tried,
Mm,
he would fumble, forget words, and feel nervous.
mm,
People around him spoke confidently, and that made him feel small.
mm.
Still, he didn't give up. His determination was strong. He told himself that he would learn step by step, one word, one sentence, one conversation at a time. He listened to podcasts, read aloud daily, and joined online English sessions. Slowly, he began to overcome his fear of making mistakes. One day, he gave a short self introduction in English without pausing or looking down. His tutor smiled and clapped. That moment inspired him deeply. He realized that effort matters more than preparation. Preparation. Ravi continued to push beyond his limits, speaking in English even when he felt unsure. Over time, he became more confident, more expressive, and more natural. He felt like he was finally back on his feet after years of silence and hesitation. Now, Ravi encourages others by saying, fluency is not a gift, it's habit you build, one brave word at a time.
Right. This particular story includes all the three vocabulary words and the three idioms that we will be meeting in our lesson session today. So here is Arunima Sinha. Okay. Let us go through her story that we are encouraged. The story of Arunima Sinha. When you are ready, you may read.
Yes. The story of Arunima Sinha rising higher than Everest. Arunima Sinha was a promising national level Bollywood player from Uttar Pradesh. Her life took an unexpected and tragic turn in 2011 when she was pushed from a moving train by robbers for resisting a chain snatching attempt. The fall crushed her leg, and doctors had to pu-
Amputate.
amputate,
Hmm.
amputate it below the knee to save her life. But Arunima's story don't end with loss, it begins there. While recovering in the hospital, she made a decision that shocked everyone. She would climb Mount Everest. People doubted her, questioned her sanely, and even tried to dis,
Dissuade her.
dissuade her.
Dissuade her.
Dissuade her. But Arunima had made up her mind. She trained under great
Bachendri Pal.
Bachendri Pal, the first Indian woman to scale Everest,
Yeah.
and began preparing herself both mentally and physically. With her
Pros-
prosthetic
prosthetic
leg
leg.
and iron will,
Hmm.
Arunima battled the freezing cold, thin
Hmm.
air, and painful uh, terrain. In
Hmm.
May 2013, just 2 years after her accident, she
Hmm.
became the first female amputee in the world to climb Mount Everest. Today, Arunima is a motivational speaker, author, and Padma Shri awardee.
Awadi.
Her story is one of unshakable courage, showing the world that no mountain is too high when we have the heart to climb it.
Yeah, so we have three vocabulary here. Three words are here. Number one, overcome. Number two, inspire. Number three, determination. They are not new to you, but however, we will just go through them.
Yeah,
Overcome, inspire, determination. Okay.
yeah,
If you're
yeah.
comfortable using them, then you don't need to read that. If you're comfortable.
Yes, I am
Okay.
comfortable.
Okay.
Uh,
Then you're comfortable with all three?
yes.
Okay, fine. Let's go to the idioms that are given. After that, you find a set of idioms.
Well,
Number one, step by step. Number two,
yes,
push beyond the limits. And number
yeah.
three, back on one's feet. Are you comfortable with all three of them?
Only third one is, I think, little bit new for me, and
Yeah.
the
Let us
first and
read that
second
then.
I
Please
get.
read that. Number three
Back on one's feet.
means to recover and
Okay,
return to
yes.
normal life.
To recover and return to normal life.
Yeah.
She was back on her feet within months of the accident.
Yeah. If
If
you make
you make
mistakes,
mistakes while speaking, just get back on your feet and try again.
yeah. Now we have some time for Saraswati to speak. So, Sudhi, the question number one is Arunima Sinha's journey. How would you describe Arunima Sinha's journey in your own words? Yeah, you can go through the text if you want once again, and then
Yes.
lost
The
her
first
leg.
question
Yeah,
is, how would you describe Arunima
Sinha's
Sinha's
journey,
journey in your own words?
own words.
Um, Arunima Sinha's journey was really wonderful and amazing,
Hmm.
and it's a lesson we can learn from her story.
Yeah.
Despite of her prosthetic leg and iron
Mm.
leg,
Mm.
she decided even in when she was in hospital that
Yeah.
means I she want to do something. She wanted
Mm.
to do something in her life, and there also only she decided that I will take the training of the trainer
Yeah.
of the who climbed on the mountain.
Yeah. Yeah.
So after from hospital when she came, she took the training from that lady,
Yeah.
and then she proved that she can do that work
Yeah.
with courage and full of determination, or
Yeah.
I can say unshakable determination.
That's right. That's right.
Yes,
Good. And finally, she climbed, right?
yes.
Yeah. That's right. Now, second question is how can her example help you stay motivated while learning English? We are connecting the story to um, those of us who are trying to learn English, or English in the sense that increase fluency and improve communication skills.
While learning English, Many times we feel nervous or
Yeah.
low
Hmm.
because when we do not see a good improvement or better improvement in our fluency as well as accuracy. So
Hmm.
sometimes that pulls our leg back
Yeah. Yeah.
to go ahead in this journey.
Yeah.
But by listening to this lady, we can learn that
Hmm.
with unshakable determination
Hmm.
and strong willpower, we
Hmm.
can achieve our target.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. Next one. Which qualities of Arunima do you admire the most and why? One or two qualities that you admire.
Her quality of perseverance and never give up,
Wow, and never
and
giving up
strong
attitude.
determination.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. And then comes the final one. If you had to give a short speech about her life, what would you say? So I have given you the starting point. Imagine you are on stage, and then you say, or imagine you are in front of an assembly, and then you say, "Hi, good morning, everyone. This morning I wish to speak to you about Arunima Sinha." Okay, carry on. Just a
Yes.
short one.
Hi, good morning. Today, I would like to share a very courageous story in front of you that really motivate you and can change your life fully.
Yeah, it is about.
There was, it's all about Arunima Sinha. Arunima, you must have heard about this lady.
Yeah,
She belonged to Uttar Pradesh.
right.
Her life uh, took an unexpected and tragic turn
Yeah,
in 2011.
yeah.
And when she was pushed from a moving train by
Yeah.
the robbers
Robbers.
uh, and by chain snatching attempt,
Yeah,
and
mm,
she fell down from the train
yeah.
and crashed her leg.
Yes.
And doctors had to amputee
Amputate her leg.
yeah,
Yeah,
amputate her leg below the knee
yeah,
to save her life.
yeah,
But Arunima's stories doesn't end there.
yeah,
With her courage
mm,
and recovery,
yeah,
while she was recovering in the hospital,
yeah.
that time only she decided that she would like to
Climb.
climb Mount Everest.
Right.
People doubted her
Yeah,
and questioned her.
yeah,
How could she do that?
yeah,
But with her um, sheer pertinacity,
yeah. Practiced.
she took the plunge and trained under Bachendri
Bachendra
Pal,
Pal.
the first Indian woman to scale Everest,
Yeah,
and started preparing herself both mentally as well as physically.
yeah, yeah,
And in 2013, 2 years later, her accident, when
yeah,
she recovered from her accident, she
yeah.
became the first female uh,
Amputee.
amputee,
Yeah,
amputee in the world to climb Mount Everest. So
right.
this is the story of Arunima Sinha,
Yeah,
and this is not only a story. We can learn a lesson, life
yeah,
lesson from her, how we can overcome
yeah.
from our difficult situation with
Mm.
stern pertinacity, strong willpower, and uh,
Resilience.
perseverance. So
Resilience.
this is a great example, and by listening to this story, we should surely learn and can not only to listen this story, but we can amplify in our life also. Thank you very
Wow, Saraswati, you did a great job. That's what it is all about. That is what I really wanted to hear from you. Probably you could have used that just one word, resilience, the power of
much.
resilience.
Yes.
I was just waiting for you to use that word.
Actually,
But
I wanted to, but I didn't.
coming, there is another chance coming for you now. I'm sorry, I'm making you to speak too much. Let's cook up a story. Vocabulary one: overcome, inspire, determination. All the three words that we have mentioned in the vocabulary part are here. And idioms: step by step, push beyond the limits, back on one's feet. And now the starting of the story, starting sentence is given there. If you want to start with that, or if you want to start with a different sentence in a different way, no problem. There was once a person who faced a challenge. You remember the story that we read in the beginning of the session?
Yes.
Yeah, so I will be happy to listen to you, to hear you come up with a story, cook up a story using all these three vocabularies and three idioms in your story.
Okay.
And it could be something directed to your English learning, your journey with English
Yes.
Yari or whatever it is.
Give me 1 minute. Let me prepare the story.
Definitely, definitely.
Yes.
Don't take it a very formal preparation. Something simple. Don't worry.
Yes.
Enjoy. You
Yes.
make mistakes. Don't worry. Start it in your own way. You don't need to depend on, like, you don't need to strictly follow what I have given you there,
Yes.
provided you use those overcome, inspire, determination,
Okay.
step by step, push beyond, back on one's feet. That's all. Once we, yeah,
There was a lady named Arunima Sinha,
right,
and we can learn number of things from her
right,
and can get inspired.
right.
How determination and inspiration.
She,
No, no.
how with determination and inspiration, she
Uh,
overcame,
yes, how with determination and inspiration she overcame uh, through all her challenges
yeah,
from her life,
yeah,
and step by step she pushed
practiced.
herself beyond her limits,
Yeah, yep,
and doing working very hard with consistent effort. See back on her
feet.
her back on her feet
Yeah,
very soon,
yeah. And climbed Mount,
and climbed Mount Everest and became the first women in the
yeah.
world,
No,
woman in the
first
world, in the
woman amputee climber. See, that is what it is.
amputee, yes,
And then go back
amputee
to what you said. She became, Arunima became the first female amputee in the world
the world,
to
yes,
climb Mount Everest. She climbed
yes,
with prosthetic legs, not with our own normal leg. She had
yes,
just left leg was a prosthetic leg.
yes,
Okay, that's great
yes,
actually. So this is it. No need to prepare so much. You just speak, provided we practice, overcome, inspire, determination. And today she is
yes,
there to inspire millions of people, millions of Indians. Today she
yes,
continues to inspire millions of young boys and young girls, right?
yes.
Okay. And then that is it. Now we have a takeaway from this Arunima Sinha's journey. You may read this
Yes.
once and then we stop.
A takeaway message. Arunima Sinha's journey reminds us that strength doesn't come from the
But
body, but from the will. She turned pain into power and climbed the tallest mountain on earth with her prosthetic leg and
warrior spirit,
war- warrior spirit.
spirit.
Her life is a message that failure is never final, and no excuse is strong enough to stop someone with true determination. Whether you are learning English, preparing for exams, or overcoming personal hurdles, keep climbing.
Right. Just one sentence, one thing that you have learned from this session personally. What have you learned? Of course, we have learned a lot of things, but personally, in your pursuit of learning English, improving your fluency.
We should keep on climbing.
Keep on climbing.
Climbing up.
Meaning to say, never give up, right? Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. I have two or three corrections for you. Number one, an iron will. R is silent. An iron will.
I will.
Iron will, always. Then, despite of her prosthetic leg. You don't say despite of. You say despite prosthetic legs. If it is in spite,
One.
then you can say in spite of. But when
Hmm.
it comes to despite, there is no of.
Yes.
Okay, despite her difficulties, despite
Yes.
having prosthetic leg, but in spite of, yes, but despite no of. Next one,
Hmm.
take the training of the trainers. No, take the training from the trainers. The first time you said it of the trainers. That's the time I typed this. But the second time you put your auto correction mode and you got it correct. You corrected yourself. She took the training from her trainers. Listening to this lady, I think better to say listening to the story of this lady or listening to her story unless she herself is speaking. Okay, so these are some of the corrections, and I think you are slowly, what shall we say? No need to prepare so much. That is called preparation, prepared speeches. But this one actually, Saraswati, you can just speak. Make mistakes. Don't worry. Make mistakes. Provided, like something like I said some time back, when you don't give up, you go up.
We
As
go
simple
up.
as that.
Yes.
When you don't give up, you go up. Have that persistent will. Yeah. Come on now. Something more you would like to ask, or something like would like to add to this?
No, sir.
Yes.
Uh,
So, you do you think that you have practiced all the four, what shall we say, skills? One is reading. Yeah, you have done reading. Yes.
yeah.
Have you
Yes.
listened? Yes. Have you
Writing.
spoken? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, writing is altogether a different task. So,
Yes.
how is it going so far? So far, so good. How many vocabulary? Have you increased your vocabulary by a few
Many
more?
of the vocabulary I have
Mm.
increased, as well
Hmm.
as many of the topics I covered
Uh-huh.
and spoke around 30 minutes
Okay. Okay.
every on every topic.